Hey guys, welcome to Pinterest in 10 minutes a day. I'm here to help empower busy mom entrepreneurs take control of your online business in just 10 minutes a day using Pinterest marketing. My goal is to teach you the ins and outs of Pinterest marketing without all the fluff. Learn do it yourself Pinterest marketing. We're going to share some success stories, provide actionable tips at the end of every episode. You're going to get something that you can take action on to help you grow your business. So get ready to make the most out of your time with using Pinterest and start seeing some big results. Let's dive in and start building your online presence today. Today we're going to go over the question, how long does it take to get consistent traffic and sales from Pinterest? This is a question that pops up. Some version of this question actually pops up about once a month. They say, how long will it take till I start getting traffic? When will I start getting sales? I'm getting impression, but I'm not getting this. So I'm going to break this down for you. I'm going to share with you key things you need to know and then give you an action step at the end to help you get better results. But before we jump in, I need you to understand that if you are serious about Pinterest marketing, make sure you check out the Pinterest Organic Growth Academy, where you will learn everything you need to know about Pinterest growth. I have just lowered the price megally and made it completely work at your own pace to give the ability for mom entrepreneurs to do more this summer and get more done with their Pinterest. So let's dive on into what key points you're going to start seeing to actually get consistent traffic and sales on Pinterest. Because the truth is the short answer is it can take 6 to 9 months to start getting that traffic. And then depending on how good your funnel is, your conversions are, you could start getting sales around then too. But honestly, it's really different with every business and with every niche. And I work slower on my business than a lot of other Pinterest gurus who work on their business. I work about 10 hours a week or less, whereas others are working 20, 30, 40 hours a week on their business. So depending on how you run your business, it's going to be different for everyone. So first off, let's talk about when will you start seeing traffic on Pinterest. Now, Pinterest can feel like it's taking forever to get traction, and that's because it is a long-term game and it is SEO friendly. So if you think about Google and you think about YouTube, it takes content and time to start getting your information kind of cataloged into their system. This is the same thing with Pinterest. Traffic is not going to show up overnight. But before you start seeing traffic, you will start seeing impressions. So if you have set your Pinterest profile set up, you've optimized it for your niche, you have spent the time getting keywords. A little quick little blurb is I do profile setups and it takes me an average of 2.5 to 3 hours to set up a profile for somebody completely new. And that is me. And I work very efficiently and I make sure we get a whole list of keywords over to you and all of that. So if it's going to take me, somebody who does her research and gets Pinterest done pretty quick, I've been on Pinterest for almost 10 years with a few different businesses. It's going to take you probably at least 3 hours or a little bit longer. You need to spend that time finding those keywords for the niche. And the better you do your keyword research, and you optimize your profile with that, the sooner you will start seeing impressions. You most likely won't start to see pin clicks and actual traffic to the website until you start seeing the impressions grow. So the impressions are going to be your indicator that your profile is getting set up into the algorithm and it's starting to get shown to users. So that's the first thing you're going to look for is if you believe you have your profile set up, keywords and stuff in place, and you are getting impressions, soon enough, you will start seeing that traffic, okay? If you've got all of that lined up key well with who you are helping and those pain points. So now you're starting to see traffic. So you go from impressions and you want to see traffic. So we're going to take a step back because what if you're not getting the impressions? What next? So you're getting the impressions. Let's say you're like, I've been on it for a year and I'm getting impressions, but I'm not really getting any traffic. What's the reason with that? So it's chances are is you haven't niched down your profile enough. So I kind of dug into this as when will you start seeing traffic is when you see impressions. But if you're not seeing those impressions, then you're not going to get the traffic and you're not going to make the sales. So it all comes back to spending that time getting that profile optimized and keywords. And it's also knowing your ideal client and their pain points. I can't tell you the number of profiles I have gotten on and I've looked at their profile. I'm like, okay, well, what are you selling or marketing or what's your plan on making money? And it really doesn't have anything related to their profile at all. So if you're getting impressions, but you're not getting those saves, those clicks, that traffic, it's because there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect in the pins that you're putting out. Are they not answers that your ideal client are looking for? And you really need to look at this with the disconnect. And this is where Pinterest audits come into hand is you are so close and focusing on what you're doing with the account, and you're doing a great job, but having an outsider view come in, it is so easy for us to just pinpoint what's going on. I have had people go through my Pinterest Organic Growth Academy with the coaching attached, not the self-paced with the coaching attached, and they will follow everything with the academy, and I can still go in and help give more tips with that. And it's because you can take this information and you can use this information, but you still need to understand those points from somebody on Pinterest to your end goal with the client and selling with that. And there's going to be a disconnect. So you want to start seeing those impressions. If you're not seeing those impressions, you won't start seeing traffic. What can you do to boost your impressions? Get your profile audited, work on your keywords, really figure out what are the 3 main pain points your client has, and create content pins and keywords relating to those pain points. Okay. Now you're seeing impressions. When will you start seeing traffic? So it can take a month, it can take a few months. It kind of depends on how much time, how consistent you are, and also with the niche. So let's say you are starting to see traffic, but you're not making any money from Pinterest. Now, this is a classic hurdle. I have been through this many times with all of my different businesses, which is why I've gotten so good at Pinterest, because I will do everything and then see what's not working. And it's not reinventing the wheel, but it's figuring it out. If you're getting impressions from Pinterest and you're getting traffic from Pinterest, but you're not getting sales, the missing link is typically your opt-in page or your sales page or whatever is there. And so we also dig into this in the Pinterest Organic Growth Academy, is looking at what's going on. So it's hard to give numbers with Pinterest because it's different, but this is what I've seen in my business is if I have an opt-in page to a freebie, that's converting at 30%. Okay, so I have 2 or 3, 4 different opt-in pages to the same opt-in. I like to send pins to 4 different links, but it's all selling the same freebie, right? So I have a 30% opt-in rate on this page from people signing up from Facebook, from my website, from that type of thing, people who know me. But if I have a pin directly leading to that opt-in page, my conversion drops down to about 3 to 5%. And sometimes it's only at a 1%. And the reason why is you don't have that know, like, and trust factor. So if you were creating pins that lead directly to a freebie email sign up or directly to a sales page, your conversions are already going to be a lot lower than what is already working for you. And that's just Pinterest, because even though Pinterest is a warmer audience, yes, they are actively on there searching for help, and they see that pin and that click, doesn't mean they're necessarily looking to buy something now. They're just looking for ideas and kind of at the start. They're the start of the funnel, though, just at the very beginning, kind of getting ideas. But if those pins are leading to your website where you give them value and content or a video, and then you convert them over and you introduce them to your opt-in page or your sales page, you will have a better conversion rate. So if all of your pins are leading directly to give me your email, give me your money, you're not going to have a very good sell rate with that. The sales do better if they go from Pinterest, because 90% of my traffic is Pinterest, okay? So how can you say, well, you have a 30% rate, but they're still coming from Pinterest? It's because they're coming from Pinterest. They're going to my blog, my podcast, my YouTube, and from there, they're signing up for a freebie. That's where you get the 30% conversions. But when you have a pin link directly to give me your email, give me your money, it's a lot harder. They don't really understand. And I actually created a podcast about this. It's only 2 or 3 back. It's like no less than 4 back, about a lady who paid for ads, and she got great traffic from ads, but didn't make any sales. And it's because there's a disconnect. So if you're getting impressions, you're getting traffic, but you're not getting sales and opt-ins, there's a disconnect. One, are you just sending them the link and it's cold traffic? If so, then let's warm them up a little bit and create a little bit of a longer sales page. 2, it could just be your sales page, because there were definitely times where my sales page was converting at 5%, which meant if they came from Pinterest, I wasn't really getting any conversions with that. So Pinterest is the start of a funnel, But if the bottom of your funnel, converting someone into a sale, isn't working, doesn't mean Pinterest isn't working. It means there's a disconnect right there. So if you're getting impressions, you're doing great. If you're getting traffic, you're doing any better. But if you're not getting sales, then dig in to what is it? Is it the sales page? Is it the pins? Is it too many links to that? And that's something that you need to figure out. Okay. So even if you have Pinterest dialed in, and your sales funnel is weak, or you get the email signups, but you're not making sales, that's not Pinterest. That's a disconnect between the emails and the sales with that. Okay. So it's really hard to say, I'm on Pinterest, how long till I get sales? Well, if you have everything in place, but you have a sales page that doesn't convert, you might not ever get sales from Pinterest. But if you have a high converting sales page that works so well, but you can't get the impressions and you can't get the traffic because your profile isn't set up, well, then the disconnect is with Pinterest and you need to figure out that one. Okay. So I hope this helps you understand the few key things to look for. So to start getting sales on Pinterest, one, you want to start seeing those impressions tick up. After a few months of those impressions getting higher and higher, you'll slowly start to see traffic twinkling in and getting more and more. And as you get more and more traffic, then you'll start to see those sales slide in and getting more and more sales with that. And that's what you're looking for, the milestones for actually making sales and money with Pinterest. Okay, action step today. My goal is for these action steps to really not take more than 10 minutes. Maybe 30 minutes top. It depends on how much time you have. But I want you to look at your sales page or funnel. You can do this in your head thinking. You probably already kind of have numbers in your head of when you last look at it. But is your sales page clear? Does it speak directly to the pain points of your audience? Remember, a pinner is on Pinterest, not just scrolling for the fun of it. They're looking for ideas. It could be ideas for house renovations, could be ideas for weight loss, it could be ideas for getting their baby to sleep, but they are on Pinterest looking for an answer. So does that sales funnel, do those opt-ins, does that sell page, does it directly relate to the pain point that that pinner came to Pinterest for? If it does answer that pain point, you're going to get way better conversions on Pinterest. Make sure your call to action is clear and that everything just flows from Pinterest there. So it's great if you kind of pretend you're a pinner and you find a pin and you click through your pin and you see the opt-in page or the sales page, that type of thing. But also just think about it quietly in your head and be, what is the process? And where is a disconnect? Well, yeah, I'm getting impressions and I'm getting sales, but I'm not getting the traffic that I want, and just kind of look into that and decide what's that. If your Pinterest is coming in, if your Pinterest traffic is coming in and you're not getting sales, typically the bottleneck is that opt-in page, that sales page right there. If you have them on your email list and you're not getting sales, the bottleneck is that sales page. Chances are it's probably the sales page, which is hard. And that was a very hard thing that I took over converting and having to help with that. But Pinterest helps with that. The more you dig into the analytics with your Pinterest, your keywords and what's working with Pinterest, you can create a better sales page from digging into those analytics. Okay. And that's, again, something that we cover in the growth portion pillar of the Pinterest Organic Growth Academy. It covers how to set up your profile, how to find keywords, the pain points of your ideal clients. It covers your 10 minutes a day pinning strategy, because yes, it does take a long time to get your Pinterest profile set up. Once it's set up, it doesn't take more than 10 minutes a day of consistent pinning. And that consistency could be 10 minutes, 3 days a week if you're just getting started. Okay. It takes consistency. Head on over to CheriseMerrill.com/POG, POG. It stands for Pinterest Organic Growth. If you want to learn more about that, I did just change it over to a self-paced course. If you have any questions about that, let me know. Thank you guys so much for listening. I challenge you to just spend 10 minutes today mentally going through your Pinterest, your business funnel, and see if you can figure out where the disconnect is. I would love to hear it. Come on over to my free Facebook group titled Woman on Pinterest. Tell me where you feel like that disconnect is with your Pinterest flow. I would love to give you a few more tips, and I will chat with you guys next time. Bye for now.